Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So I think much really happened yesterday. Another red bar, basically another inside bar. So we've got an inside bar, and then we've got an engulfing bar. So yeah, and that's sort of structure, to be honest. If you look to the left, so it is a structure here. If this level goes, I think you have substantial downside. There's a lot of gaps to the downside as well, which could act as magnets, and I think that's kind of the view that we've got. I'm still really concerned with trying to jump in shorts at the moment, because if you look at those two levels, look where the buyers are coming in. The buyers are coming in at the extremes at 14,822, and they're also coming in here at 15,089. So yeah, we've got an energy crisis right around the globe at the moment. We've got gas prices going through the roof. We've got oil prices escalating, and it all boils down to the supply chain. So right now, I don't know. I think governments around the world are just flipping crazy. If what they're doing based on a virus, it's just absolutely insane. They are negatively impacting the economy right around the globe through their stupidity. So I think there's way better ways of actually dealing and handling with what's going on. But governments are politicians, and politicians aren't interested in our interests. They're interested in their own personal pockets. So anyway, let's not get into those discussions just yet. So if we move down to 3 hour, you can see we formed a bit of a flag, and this flag was a flag on the US markets as well, which broke and then promptly broke to the downside. So that's kind of the first thing we can see. There is a bit of a gap here, and the gap is not on that icon. The gap is right down there. So that is the level. 15,068 and probably 1,500 is still the area to watch. So that's the structure. You can see we found support in that area before. We bounced through it. We sort of forming some kind of a structure, should we say. But at the moment it's big down, big up, big down. And that indicates big confusion. And if you look at the daily, there's pure confusion there. So we are below the 155, and that is my yardstick for a trend, specifically on the hour. So we're below the 155 EMA, and moving averages are together. Gaps to the downside, bit of a channel. So are we going to continue in the channel, or are we looking to come down to the bottom? So I'm kind of sit on hands mode at the moment. There's nothing here that's indicating moves to the upside. I'm very cautious of shorting this right now, because we don't have the clear structure that we had here over these few days. This, if you look at it, is really confusing. It's barbed wire. Nobody really knows what's going on. So you can see with that, with all the tails, the downside, tails to the upside. So I think what you're probably going to find is we're either going to continue in this, or we're going to have some kind of a sort of, let's not call it a meltdown, but probably come and pick some levels here to try and find support again before bouncing. Ultimately, before we start going up, that is the new line in the sand there. So you need to get above 15,266, get above retest, moving averages crossed over, pointing to the upside. That is going to be indication for an opportunity to the upside. Shorts, there probably may still be shorts on offer. I'm not interested in them right now. This to me is like a 50-50 call. We've had a nice strong move up, consolidating. Now, the logical choice is a second leg up. Even if it does drop into this area, as far as I'm concerned, it'll probably just form a range. And I'm not really keen on trying to jump in short just yet, not with the noise that's going on, because something's going to give. Typically what you find with these things, and you research any of the noise that comes out of the markets through the history, and the noise is all punted through the news, and every single newspaper, every single news channel is doom and bleak and everything else. Then out of the blue, something happens that it just reverses in the opposite direction, and you so often get caught in that as a retail trader. So for me, I'm looking for the sure bet situations, and this is not a sure bet situation. This is sideways, and I don't like trading sideways because it hurts. So anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. I'm sitting patiently on the sides, and between you and I am looking for the structure for this to continue to the upside. We've got, Christmas season is coming up, earnings season is upon us now, and the biggest problem right now is energy crisis. And it's not a crisis, it's a fact that all the ships are sitting out at sea and can't get into port. That's the reality. And they can't get into port because of government bureaucracy around the COVID protocols. Anyway, that's kind of the view that I've got this morning. Sit on the sides and try and be patient and wait this thing out. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.